Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review, or, depending on when the show actually airs, review of Fear the Walking Dead. This is for Season 1, Episode 3, entitled The Dog. And, being a horror movie fan, I get a little bit weary when, I know there's going to be a dog in the movie or something like that. And same case with this, a lot of people were wondering if there's actually going to be a dog in this episode, and things like that, things of that nature. And there was. But only for a very brief couple of minutes of the show. And so it kind of makes me wonder why they titled it after the dog in the first place. Because, an animal in a start of a zombie apocalypse show, it's eventually going to get killed, unfortunately. That's just the way these types of things go. But, I thought the dog would have been a little bit more significant if it was the title. Maybe they would have showed it and the family liking it a little bit more instead of just, walking away from it out of the house. But no, we just hear the dog, it ends up just, getting killed by a walker, obviously. We just hear it yelp, which is, yeah. It didn't show too much of those, kind of an off-screen type of thing. Although I was a bit distracted during this episode, a bit more than usual, because my aunt was making, some... eggs and fried potatoes, which is really good, by the way. So I was kind of in and out of the bedroom a couple times. So I might have missed some things here and there, so I'm not sure if they ever showed the dog's body afterwards or anything like that. So yeah, let me know if I missed anything, but we'll get to that. I'll say that again at the end of the video, obviously. But overall, what did I think of the episode? Could have very well been the strongest episode so far of the three we have seen, because, obviously it just took that week off, so I almost kind of forgot it was on, to be completely honest. And of course, you guys know how it goes for me now, that Fear the Walking Dead starts at 9, and, of course the Strain starts at 10, but I don't like to mix them so close together, so I do my review of Fear, between 10 and 11, and then I watch the replay of the Strain at 11. And then I do my review of that after, that's done and such. But, there's a bit more interest in the Strain as per usual. But this is still a very good episode for Fear the Walking Dead. You guys know if you watched my review of So Close Yet So Far from the last week the show is on, you guys know I like that episode quite a bit. And this episode, I want to say, was about on the same level, if not a little bit better, I'd say. Both of them definitely being better than the first episode, but, the first episode is kind of about, introducing us to the characters, and that's still kind of what they're doing. I'm not one of those, fans, that just craves action and, 25 walkers every split second, or something like that, Letting my cat out, you guys know the drill. Alright. It's cool that I almost severed my dad's hand with a door without knowing he was there. We're okay. But yeah, so I did like the last episode they aired quite a bit. And this one, the second episode had a lot of really good moments I liked. Go back and watch that review if you want to see it. But this episode, I will say, was probably a bit more solid all the way through, I think. My favorite character so far would have to be... Last time I was thinking Travis, but now I'm still kind of undecided, and I'm still not really attached to anyone yet. But what this episode did, of course, at the start of it was, it had Travis, his son and his ex-wife, with Salazar's in their barbershop. And then it had Madison, Nick, and Alicia, of course, at their home, waiting for Travis so they could, get out of the city. And it didn't take Travis and the Salazars too long, to get out of it. It was very difficult, though. I really like how they have done, society breaking down, all the riots and the chaos. That is really well shot and very exciting when, Travis and the rest of them ran through all of that. Of course, with, I forget, the father, Father Salazar, the main head of that family, his wife gets, her ankle, caught under something. Again, this is when I kind of came back in after being, kind of out there. So I didn't see exactly what happened, but, she gets her ankle injured. And, that's a bad sign. I don't see her making it for too much longer. She'll be very, very lucky if she gets through season 1. But we'll see about that. So I really liked how that was shot, just the chaos of it all. I think it's very accurate, and it's something we all want to see. It's something we all wanted to see when we heard about the show. We wanted to see how society's going to be breaking down, civilization's first, initial reactions to all of this. As well as, some people still want to find out exactly what caused this thing, and, we're probably never going to get an answer to that for some reason that, they don't want to explore it. I don't know. I still think that's a mistake, but I've talked about that before. But yeah, so I really like that part of it. And when the families end up coming together again, we actually do get a pretty good concentration on the Salazars in this. I'm just going to look up the guy's name, the father. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. So, Daniel, okay, the father of the Salazars, or, the father in the Salazars, whatever, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, we actually got a lot of focus on him. We don't know a lot about him yet, but we do see kind of how his views on what's going on, differ from, someone like Travis. Travis we see, is still kind of that on the side of things where he thinks people are sick. There's something that might be able to be done about it, which is kind of reasonable because it's really not that far into this thing yet. And after what he's seeing, it may eventually alter pretty quickly by the end of the season, I'm thinking, but we'll see. Because, Herschel is that way for a long time on the original series, but that's a different circumstance too, because Herschel is, kind of cut off from everything on his farm and stuff like that. But, so Travis is like that, but then Daniel Salazar on the other end, he is just kind of a lot more cold. Not cold, but sort of just more, he's kind of like, he almost has that Shane mentality that, Shane Walsh had in season 2. Of course he's not like a hothead or anything like that. I love Shane, by the way, but, he's not like a hothead. He's not like acting because of emotions or something else or anything like that. But what I mean is that they both had like a similar idea of what this world is and what this world could become and what they need to do to survive it and protect people they care about. So I kind of see, Daniel here, having that mentality to survive a little bit quicker than Travis will. And it seems like even Madison will in fact have, quicker grasp of what this world is becoming than Travis will as well. Which again makes me wonder who's the Rick of the show, who's our kind of lead. We're focusing on quite a few people, but there has to be one person that kind of goes above the rest, and it's looking like it's gonna be Madison, which I don't have a huge problem with. Like I said, I still don't even really have a favorite character, but yeah, so I like the concentration on their differences, with their neighbor, being on the other side of the fence and things like that. The woman who used to look after, Madison's children when she was at work and stuff like that. So you kind of get the attachment to it. And I also like that we got a conversation between Madison and, Travis's ex-wife. Travis's ex-wife was, she was reasonable about it. She was, she was saying, I know I'm not a friend to you, but, kind of hear me out about this. But then, of course, Madison, she makes this kind of statement like, she's watching the neighbor on the other side of the fence from the window, and she's like, if I ever become one of them, I want you to be the one to, put me down. I don't want Travis to do it because it'll destroy him. So, I don't think that's going to happen to Madison, anytime soon. Some people are even guessing that Madison will actually outlive Travis, which could be the case. But yeah, Madison's really grasping the coldness of this world so far, and how empty it can actually become. And not really empty again, because people like her, Daniel, and Shane on the original show are actually kind of right about what this world needs to be. But you also need to be able to find the middle ground, and we'll see who kind of finds that first. And it's not like Daniel Salazar is all like that either. We see that he does have some compassion, he does care. It's just that, it seems like he has a history or a background that we'll probably get into at some point later, assuming he makes it a while, which I think he kind of will. Because he, besides Travis and Nick, he's like the next most important male character so far. He's like the other adult male that's kind of being focused on. So I'm kind of looking forward to how they do that. And I know I'm not touching on like many specifics about this episode. Again, that's just because I was in and out a lot, and I kind of lost my train of thought or my focus with some of the parts of this. But one of my other favorite scenes was when the Walker's in the house, and Daniel ends up taking that shotgun and shooting him. That just takes the guy's face off, kind of like you see in my thumbnail. But then he shoots him again. Lets the barrel, lets his head go against the barrel, and boom. Say very gory. That should please some of the action, gore zombie cravers right there, I think. And just a very like intense shot, and then how everyone else is kind of silent after that. And the next morning we see that Madison is going to put down her neighbor, but Travis stops her, and we see Daniel watching them, saying in Spanish, they're weak. And so we'll probably see the differences come out even a little bit more as the show goes on too, even the season. But they kind of separated at the end of the episode, but I'm kind of guessing they'll meet up again somehow. We'll see though. And then, like they had mentioned earlier, the neighbor's husband comes home and he's about to get bitten when he tries to hug his wife. But then we see the army come in, they shoot the lady in the back of the head, and it looks like we're going to be following that kind of unit for a little while. I'm sure we'll eventually see him and get torn apart or something like that. But yeah, it's it's a different perspective we're on compared to the original series now, so I kind of like that too. And we also see Daniel say at the end it's already too late. So I'm wondering if they know something about what's going on, or if again it's just like they're grasping this world quicker than the others. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see Daniel's wife lasting very long too with that ankle, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's really my thoughts about the episode overall. I did like it quite a bit. Probably the best episode of the season so far. Again, I know I missed a lot of specifics about this more than usual, but as always, if there's something you want me to talk about, feel free to leave a comment below. We'd love to discuss it with you guys. And you'll probably see a review from me of the Strain episode from tonight, within a couple of hours. So yeah, that to look forward to. Catch you guys next time. I'm on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Movie Pilot, and look for me on SpoiledDead.com. And peace.